Hi, 8th graders, it's Mrs. Thompson. We're going to look at section 4.9, example 4, and we're going to actually do another geometry application. This time we're going to prove that triangle PQR is a right triangle. So whenever you think of the words right triangle, what angle are you thinking of? Now, if you said a 90-degree angle, you're absolutely right. So in order to form a 90-degree angle, we need to have two perpendicular lines, okay? And that's the only way we're going to get a 90-degree angle. We need two perpendicular lines. So as you look at triangle PQR, I don't think I wrote PQR. I think I did PSR. So let's just rename that Q. There we go. There we go. That looks better. PQR. And when we look at that, we are looking for the angle that could possibly be our right angle. And what we want to do is we want to find the two sides that make up that right angle, and we want to see what their slopes look like. We want to really analyze that, okay? Now, as I'm looking at it, I'm really not convinced the angle P could be the 90-degree angle. It looks a little squished, like it's less than 90 degrees. R doesn't look like it's a 90-degree angle. You know what? Angle Q has the appearance of being a 90-degree angle, so I'm not going to guarantee that. I'm going to let the numbers speak for themselves. So the first thing we want to do is we want to find the slope of PQ. So start at P, and let's go up 2, and then we're going to go right 3. So the slope of PQ is 2/3, 2 over 3, rise over run, up 2, right 3. Now let's look at QR. Now I'm going to start down at R, and I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3. So I went up 3 this time, but I'm going to go back 1, 2. Now, if I go back to the left, that's negative. So if you remember from our last video, I told you there's two ways to assess whether or not these are indeed perpendicular. First thing you could do is you could take their slopes and actually find the product of them. So that's 6 over negative 6 equals negative 1. And if the product of your slopes is negative 1, they are perpendicular. This is a 90-degree right angle here, okay? The second thing I told you to look for are opposite reciprocals. Remember I said opposite means, do they have opposite signs? Yeah, we have a positive 2/3 and we have a negative 3/2. So yeah, sign-wise, we do have the opposites. Then the reciprocals. Would 2/3 and 3/2, would they be reciprocals of each other? And the answer is yes. So there's two ways to do it. Multiply the two slopes together. If you get negative 1, they're perpendicular. And then if you don't want to do that, you want to just look and see if they're opposite reciprocals, then you can check that as well. So we can say beyond a shadow of a doubt that triangle PQR actually is a right triangle. Great job, guys. Please bring your questions to class.